Hi everyone, this is Ms. Ba from KCS Kasinada College of Arts and Science, Chennai. Today we are going to see the last part in Unit 1, that is theories and characteristics of entrepreneurship. So let us start. First we are going to see the characteristics of entrepreneurship. These are the characteristics of entrepreneurship. First one is risk bearing, innovation, decision making, achievement orientation, accepting challenges, gap filling, creative personality, mobilizing resources, motivation, and last one is managerial skills and leadership. So first one is risk bearing. Risk bearing is one of the most important characteristics of entrepreneurship. So an entrepreneur should be always a risk taker and not risk avoider. Okay. So being an entrepreneur. So who is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur means one who starts a new enterprise. Okay. So being an entrepreneur, you should face too much of risk. Okay. For example, sometimes an organization may earn profit or loss due to various factors. Okay, so the reason is whether the competition may be increased or changes in customer preferences or so on. But an entrepreneur should be ready to take risk. He should be always bold to take risk. Okay, now second one is innovation. According to J.A. Schumpeter, entrepreneurship is a creative activity. Okay, so according to him, an entrepreneur should introduce us something new to the economy. So what is that new? New, it may be new product, new method of production, new raw material, new market, or anything. But he should introduce us something new to the economy. Now third characteristic is decision making. This one is most important characteristics of entrepreneurship because it is an important part of the entrepreneur to set up and run the enterprise successfully from the beginning to end. And this entrepreneurship mostly involves risk and uncertainty. Uncertainty means which is not predictable. An entrepreneur has to take decisions promptly and correctly. He has to decide from top to bottom. So first one is he has to decide the nature and types of the product to be produced, the types of technology to be adopted, location of the factory, size of the unit, and volume of the production. Okay. So an entrepreneur should be a good decision maker. Now next one is achievement orientation. So an entrepreneur must be achievement oriented person. Next, accepting challenges. The challenges of being an entrepreneur include being comfortable with change, uncertainty, taking risk, and failure. That is, everything should be accepted by the entrepreneur. Sometimes there will be a change, sometimes there will be uncertainty, sometimes there will be too much of risk, sometimes the product may be failure. So in those situations the entrepreneur must be a challenging accepted person. Next one is gap filling. So according to H. Liebenstein, gap filling means the gap filling arises between knowledge to production function. Okay, so knowledge means motivation இருக்கலாம், innovativeness கம்மியாக இருக்கலாம், leadership கம்மியாக இருக்கலாம். There will be a lack of motivation, innovativeness and leadership. Production means non-availability of raw materials because without raw materials we cannot produce the product. Okay, so there will be a gap arise between the knowledge and production functions. So production க்கு தேவையான materials we can purchase from the market, but knowledge க்கு தேவையான விஷயத்தை we cannot purchase from the market because motivation or innovativeness or leadership or inborn talent ல இருக்கும். It cannot be purchased from the market. Now next one is creative personality. According to E. Hagen, describes an entrepreneur as a creative problem solver. So traditional daysலாம் பார்த்தோன்னா அத்தாரிட்டி யாருக்கு கொடுப்போம் அப்படின்னா அவங்களோட ஸ்டேட்டஸை பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் அத்தாரிட்டி ப்ரொவைட் பண்ணுவோம். பட் டுடே இன்னோவேட்டிவ் பர்சனாலிட்டி தான் நீட் ஆஃப் த டே. ஸோ யார் இன்னோவேட்டிவாக இருக்காங்களோ தட் பர்சன் இஸ் டேர்ம்ட் as an entrepreneur. Next, mobilizing resources. Resources means men, machines, materials and money. These resources are scattered in the environment, that is splitted in the environment. So an entrepreneur should identify and mobilize to attain the goal. Now next one is motivation. An entrepreneur should be motivated by himself. The last one is managerial skills and leadership. An entrepreneur must have the ability to lead the organization and to manage the organization. So these are the characteristics of entrepreneurship. Now next one is theories of entrepreneurship. So many theories are there in your textbook, but now I am going to explain this 5 alone. Okay. So now first one is innovation theory, need for achievement theory, status withdrawal theory, theory of leadership, and the final one is theory of systematic innovation. So first one is innovation theory. So according to J.S. Peter, an entrepreneur is basically an innovator. So who is an innovator? A person who introduces something new to the economy. So this new combination means it may be a new goods, new method of production, new product, new raw material or new market or anything. Okay. Now second theory is need for achievement theory. This theory was developed by David C. McClelland. Okay. So according to him, he identified 2 characteristics of entrepreneurship. First one is doing the things in a new and better way. Second one is decision making under uncertainty. So this is second theory. Now third one is status withdrawal theory. So according to Hagen, entrepreneurship is function of status withdrawal. So this theory provides that a class which lost its previous prestige or a minority group tends to show aggressive entrepreneurial drive. So first theory enna abdina, so an entrepreneur, a person who introduces something new to the economy, a new product ah irukala, new market ah irukala, new raw material ah irukala. So this one is innovation theory. Second one is need for achievement theory. According to him, he identified 2 characteristics of entrepreneurship. So எந்த வேலை செஞ்சாலும் that should be new and better way. Second one is a person should be capable to take decision under uncertainty situation. So third one is status withdrawal theory. So according to Hagen, entrepreneurship is a function of status withdrawal. So we can see so many of the people start the business for the prestigious issue, or some of them start the business because their background is in minority group. So they tends to show aggressive entrepreneurial drive. Now next one is theory of leadership. According to Hoslitz, entrepreneurship is a function of managerial skills and leadership. So in this process, he has to show his ability to lead and manage. So generally பார்த்தோம்னா 3 types of leadership: merchant, money lenders, managers and entrepreneurs. So in the money lenders எப்பயுமே எப்படி இருப்பாங்கன்னா they will be always market oriented, this type of categorized person. So managers பார்த்தோம்னா authority oriented இருப்பாங்க. So entrepreneurs மட்டும்தான் எப்பயுமே production oriented இருப்பாங்க. Now last one is theory of systematic innovation. So Professor Peter F. Drucker developed the theory of systematic innovation. According to him, systematic innovation consists in the purposeful and organized search for changes, and in the systematic analysis of the opportunities such changes might offer for economic or social innovations. So this is according to Professor Peter F. Drucker. So these are the theories of innovation. So your unit 1 is over. So thank you for your patience.